Thanksgiving dinner digits, and right there where the line is with apostrophe S, you can put your name. This is a project that is going to take probably all week, maybe 3, maybe 4 days. What it is, it's actually going to be a fun deal where we're going to plan our guest list, who gets to come to your Thanksgiving dinner. We're going to plan how big of a turkey that you have to buy. We're going to plan how long it takes for you to thaw your turkey. Sit up, please. Get your pencil and sit up like a young man. We're going to plan how long it takes you to cook your turkey. We're going to plan your whole menu, and you're going to freak out when you see how much all this costs and how much your parents and your grandparents spend on just one Thanksgiving dinner. So the first thing you should do on the very first page, your name should be on the line, and then in this box down here at the bottom, you get to choose your guest list. Now, you have to have adults. It can't just be kids. Like last hour, someone just wanted kids to come. You have to have like a balance. A normal family would be like, 10 adults and about 5 kids or something like that. So you have to have at least 6 people, no more than 20 people, okay? And I don't care if you want to be traditional and invite grandma, grandpa, mama, daddy, cousins, uncles, aunts, like what a traditional Thanksgiving feast would be. But last hour they had fun. Some people invited Donald Trump to their Thanksgiving feast. Somebody invited LeBron James to their Thanksgiving feast. Somebody invited Joe Biden to their Thanksgiving feast. I don't care who you invite, but it has to be at least 6 people, and I don't want you to go over 20, okay? So I'm going to give you about 5 minutes to figure out your guest list. Write their names right there in that box. Okay, slow down, okay? It's your party. You get to invite who you want to, but don't forget you. Don't forget to put your name on the list, because we got to make sure we buy enough food for you.
It's a great day for school at CMS. Good morning. Let's all stand to raise the flag and place our hands over our hearts for the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Now it is time for the moment of silence. You may choose to reflect, meditate, pray, or engage in any other silent activity that does not interfere with others.
Stop.
The moment of silence shall begin now.
Be still.
In the cafeteria today, we will be having Frito chili pie, chili cheese Fritos, chili beans, fruit, and milk. Have a tiger day.
Hey, give it up for Maxie! Yay, Maxie!
Okay, keep filling out your guest list. Have to have at least 6, no more than 20. I'll know that you have your guest list figured out whenever you turn the page and you're just sitting there waiting for me. Okay, I'm gonna give you about 2 more minutes. Okay, 1 more minute. Okay, go ahead and turn the page to the next page. And now we gotta start figuring out how big of a turkey we have to buy. So it says under turkey trimming, happy fall. It's time to start planning your family's biggest fancy feast of the year. First thing first, the turkey. So in this square right here, I need to see everybody's eyes up here. In this square's right here, do you see where it says that hashtag sign? That actually stands for number. So you need to write and go back and look at your guest list. How many adults you have, how many children you have, and then you need to give me a total in that square right there. So do that real quick.
My older bill is 19. Does that count?
I would say adult.
Okay.
Yeah. Somebody asked me that last hour if a 16-year-old, and I even said a 16-year-old would probably be an adult because they're probably eating the same that an adult would be. That part, it's up to you. It's your party. It's not like you're gonna get that checked wrong or anything. So however many adults you have, however many children you have, and add that up and that'll be your total. So you should have a number bigger than 6 but less than 20. Give me a thumbs up if you have a number bigger than 6 but less than 20. Okay. Okay. Did anybody invite someone famous to their Thanksgiving party? Wait, who'd you invite, Hope?
LeBron James.
LeBron James is coming to Cushing, Oklahoma to Hope Morgan's Thanksgiving party. Colin, did you just stick with traditional family? George Washington. I'm not sure that that can happen, young man. He's been dead about 200 years.
No, 300.
That's pretty cool.
250.
Okay, so now you should be right here in the very middle where it shows a little cute turkey. Are you with me where it says the rule of thumb? The rule of thumb says you should cook 1.55 pounds of turkey for each person. How much turkey will you need? So here's what you're gonna do. Okay, you're gonna take, look at me, everybody. You're gonna take the number of adults you have and you're gonna multiply that times 1.55. And you can use your calculator on this, but don't start yet. Don't start yet. Don't start yet. Put that calculator down. Let's pretend like this is my party and I have 4 adults. Watch what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna multiply that times 1.55. Let's say I have 3 kids. I'm gonna say 3 times 1.55. And then I'm gonna get an answer. So in this very box right here is where my answer is gonna go. If I had 4 adults, I'm gonna multiply it times 1.55 and I'm gonna put my answer right there. The kids times 1.55, I'm gonna put right there, and then watch what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna add this answer with this answer, and I'm gonna get a total answer that will go right here in pounds. Are you tracking with me? Okay, you can use your calculator. Now let's talk about calculators real quick. Hold on. Let's talk about them real quick. First off, they slide out of this little deal, okay? They don't just like tear open. You don't pull them apart, they slide. The on is the same as the clear down here. So that's how you clear the screen. So you can hit that a couple of times. And then your decimal, don't forget to use your decimal. You have to when you multiply times 1.55. Okay, so do that real quick. Find out how many pounds of turkey you need for your adults and how many for your children. Slide it. There you go. And if you need help, I'll help you. So if you're at home, you can pull up like calculator.com on your Chromebook, or if your parents have a calculator, if you have a calculator on your phone, that's perfectly fine too. 6.2. Then add those together. So you should have now the total pounds of turkey that you need. You should have done the adults times 1.55, the kids times 1.55, then you should have added those together and got a final total. Okay, now let's talk about your final total. More than likely, your final total ended up as a decimal. So we're gonna do lots of rounding today. And I showed you guys how to do rounding on decimals last week. So let's just throw out how big is your turkey that you need.
18.60.
Okay, now let's look at her answer. Okay, I don't really want it to be a decimal. So here's what we're gonna do, is everybody watching, we're gonna start at the very end and we're gonna say, does 0 have enough power to push that 6 over? Does it? Actually, 0 has no power at all, does it? So I'm gonna mark out her 0. No, y'all's isn't the same. Yours will be different. Does the 6 have enough power to push that over? Yes. So that 6 causes that to actually become a 9. So actually, you need over here, you need to put a 19-pound turkey. Are you tracking with me? Because I rounded. So I don't want anybody to have a decimal here. I want you to have a whole number here, okay? Do that right now. I want you to have a whole number here. And if you have a question, did you start at the end and go in like I just said?
I was going to say, do we put that in?
Just put it out to the side. Yeah. Just put it out to the side. You can erase it if you want and put it in the box. It doesn't matter. I just don't want a decimal. I want a whole number for your pounds of turkey. Okay, who has a question on how to figure that out? Okay, you do or don't? Start at the end and round until you have a whole number.
Yeah, that 5 turned out to 10, so I already raised a 95 to 10.
Then that's just 13. I agree. Yes. Did you start at the end and round and round and round? Okay, what was your number? Does that 5 have enough power to push that over? So that becomes a 1. Does the 1 have enough power to push that over? So it's just 17. Go get that. Anybody else have a question on how to figure out? Okay, so no decimals in this box. Only a whole number in this box. Okay, only a whole number. Okay, so Brooklyn, how big of a turkey do you need for your party? 17-pound turkey. Have a seat, please, so I can look at Brooklyn. Colin, how big of a turkey? 13. So you don't have as many people coming to your party, apparently, as Brooklyn. Xander, how big of a turkey do you need? Kiara, how many? Oh, Kiara needs a 19-pound turkey. We already know that. That is a big turkey. Luke? 30-pound turkey. How many people are coming to your party?
19.
That's awesome. Okay, so far, here's what we should know. We should know how many adults are coming to our party. Say check.
Check.
We should know how many kids are coming to our party. Say check.
Check.
We now know how big of a turkey we need to buy to make sure that everybody has enough meat at the party. Say check.
Check.
Okay, now we're to a turkey cost. Get your pencil or finger on where it says a turkey costs. Is everybody there? Let's see how much our turkey's gonna cost. Wait till you hear it. Luke, this is gonna get expensive, buddy. Are you ready? A turkey costs about $1.85 per pound. How much will it cost for you to buy your turkey? So the very first box where it says turkey cost for adults, in the box under equation, is everybody with me? I'm on the adult line in the very first box under equation. don't take up the whole box for this number, but I want you to put how many pounds for adults right there. And here's where you get your pounds. Now you get your pounds up here. I want you to put how many adults pounds. I didn't say use the calculator yet. Okay, you're fixing it in big trouble. Okay, I can feel it in my bones. You're supposed to put how many pounds for adults in that box, then right underneath it you need to put how many pounds for children. Okay, and everybody's is different because it all depends on how many are coming to your party. Okay, now we got to go one more step because it says equation. So let's say I needed, okay, watch. Here's the box that says equation. Let's say that I needed 10 pounds for adults. This is the adult. And let's say I needed 7 pounds for children. So far you should have a number in both of those boxes. Shake your head if you do. Then out beside this, you need to put how much did it tell us the turkey cost per pound? What did it say right there? It costs what? $1 and what? 85 cents per pound. So in that box, you need to put times $1.85. And in this box, you need to put times $1.85. And I don't really know why they have a box underneath it, so just put an X in the box underneath it. Okay, now you can use your calculator, and you can multiply this and get an answer. And you can multiply this and get an answer. But stop for a minute, okay? Hold on, I haven't said go. Stop for a minute, Bentley. I haven't said go. If you get a number, because this is going to be money, if you get a number over here that's like $24.3478, that doesn't look like money. So you got to make it look like money. What is that 8 going to do to that 7? Bump it up to what? An 8. What is that 8 going to do to that 4? Bump it up to what? A 5. Now, does this look like money? Yes, it does. So I do not want a number in this box that has more than 2 digits past the decimal. I only want a number that has 2 digits past the decimal because this is money, okay? Go. Multiply your adults times $1.85 and your kids times $1.85. Make sure it looks like money. Write your number. I don't want to look at it. I want you to write it. And make sure it looks like money. Write it in this box. In this box. Are you going to round it first?
Yeah.
Okay. Did you multiply 7.7? Okay, start again and put 7.75 times 185. Let me just see. Times $1.85. Okay, that makes that become an 8, and that makes that become a 4. Yes, perfect. Does 11.12 look like money?
No, 111.12.
Okay, does that look like money? Then yes. But I have a hard time thinking that that's right.
I'm gonna redo it.
Okay, hit clear and do 7.75 times $1.85. Okay, now that, I don't know where you got that. So does that have the power to move that 7 up?
Yes.
Okay, so quit for a minute. Okay, what does that 5 have the power to do to that 7?
8.
So does the 8 have enough power to turn that to something?
Yes, 4.
Now, would that look like money?
Yes.
Okay, there's your answer. Okay, I don't agree with this. Did you write in the box like I showed you to write in the box? Under the equation box? Does yours look like mine? Why not? You're supposed to take the, no, erase this, please. It's frustrating. Because I even drew you a picture. You were supposed to put the amount of pounds for adults right there. Then you're supposed to put the amount of pounds for children right there. Then you were supposed to multiply it times $1.85.
I didn't put at the very bottom.
Okay, I like what you're doing so far. Quit playing with that. That doesn't look like money. Yes. Oh, no, you add that up. Okay, after you get an answer, you add the adult plus the kids. And that's going to tell you how much your turkey cost. And this is just the meat. So over here, you're going to get an answer. And over here, you're going to get an answer. And you're going to have to add those up. And this will be the total cost of your turkey. And it has to look like money. Okay, you don't have a total right there. Why do you not have a total? Have you add the adult cost plus the kids cost and get a total? Okay, I'll know that you're ready when you give me a thumbs up. Quit messing with your calculator then.
Sure. That's that.
Okay, I'm not going to check everybody's when I gave you a calculator in front of you to do it. You might have to check it a couple of times. Why don't you check it one more time? Check this and make sure you got the right answer. Check this and make sure you got the right answer. And then add those two up and make sure you have the final total answer. Sometimes our fingers touch the wrong buttons, so it doesn't hurt to check it once or twice. And then I'll know you're ready. So that 8 has enough power to make that be a 5. Okay, but hold on, let me make sure this is right. 9.3 times $1.85. Yep. 7.75 times $1.85. Okay, so like that 5 has enough power to make that an 8. Yeah, and this should still be a 3. And that 8 has an, okay, wait, that made that be an 8. That made that be a 4. And that's your final answer. Okay. Give me a thumbs up when you found out how much your turkey cost. Brooklyn, how much is your turkey? $31 just for the turkey? Whoa, Cooper. $20? Yeah, you're not inviting very many people to your party. Cool. Luke. $54 for your turkey. Oh my gosh. You're going to have to grow up and get a good job so you can have a good Thanksgiving, huh? Oh my gosh. Colin? $22. Xander, how much does your turkey cost? Look at your number. Look at your number right there. It can't cost $0. There's no way it could cost $0. First, that doesn't look like money. So $14.80 plus 0 would be $14.80. And you didn't put an X in the box like I said. Look. This is frustrating. I told you to put that number there, and I told you to put an X in the bottom box. How much, Kiara? Say it. Huh? Did you multiply that times 5? Show me. Yeah, I'm giving you a calculator. What's that 5 gonna do to that 7? To what? What's that 8 gonna do to that 3? Okay, so $14 Okay, now do the same thing for the children. Come on, you should already be past that. We should know right now how much our turkeys cost. And guess what? That's just the meat. We haven't even planned the pumpkin pie and the mashed potatoes and the rolls
And the stuffing.
and the stuffing. Oh, this is gonna get expensive, isn't it? Wow. Okay, you should be right here where it says you must thaw. Get your pencil on you must thaw. You must thaw your turkey for 1 day for every 4 pounds of turkey in your bird. Thanksgiving always occurs on the last Thursday in November. Look at a calendar to answer the following questions. How many days will it need to thaw? On which day will you need to put your turkey in the fridge? So here's what you have to do for thawing time. If it said, look at me, 1 day for every 4 pounds. So here's what you're gonna do. You're gonna look up in this corner, look, in this corner where it says how many pounds. So what's your total pounds? Get your total pounds in your head, okay, total pounds. And I want you to write that number right here in the first part of the box. Total pounds, write that number in the first part of the box. Bentley, total pounds, write that in the first part of the box. Okay, so far you should have your total pounds, and here's where you find your pounds, right up here in this corner. Now, if it's one day for every 4 pounds, here's what your equation's gonna look like. Your equation is gonna be your pounds divided by 4. Your pounds divided by 4. So if your bird needs to be 19 pounds like Kiara's, are you watching? This is what your equation is right in this box. 19 divided by 4. Okay, that's what your equation is. Now, not everybody's bird is 19 pounds. So whatever your pounds are goes right here and then put divided by 4. Do that right now. Now put that in your calculator. And same deal, I don't want a decimal. I don't want a decimal. So if you end up with a number that has like 4 places, start at the end and go, well, that 7 would cause that to bump up to a 5, and that 5 would bump that up to a 4, but the 4 does nothing to the 6, so I'm just at 6 days. Okay, I don't want a decimal. Okay, actually put your pencil down. Everybody put your pencil down because I want to make sure you understand this. Okay, I'm making up a number. All eyes up here. Okay, stop. Xander, all eyes up here. If this is the number you get, I want you to start at the end and say, that would cause that to be a 4. That won't cause that to be anything. So I'm done with this and I'm done with this. Does the 4 have enough power to push that over? No. So this is my final number. I want a whole number. I don't want a decimal. And the whole number goes right here in the total box, okay? Do that right now. I don't want a decimal. I don't want a decimal. Did you round it? What do you need a question help with then? Okay, I'm not going to tell you how to round it. Then it's just 4. Okay, so everybody should have a number under total, okay? That's going to tell you how many days you have to thaw your bird. But we're not finished. In fact, I'm going to turn this around, and I want everybody to turn back and look at the calendar. Okay, everybody turn back and look at the calendar. Luke, would you like to step over there just so you won't be in the way? I don't think you are, but just so you can see, yeah, just stay right there. Okay, here's what you're going to do now. Here's the day of Thanksgiving this year, November 26th. So however many days that you just figured out you have to thaw your bird, like What did you find out?
I got 5 days.
She's got 5 days, so watch what she has to do. Go backwards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 days. So that means Kiara has to start thawing her bird on November 21st. Okay, so however many days you have, you go backwards from November 26th. That's the day that Thanksgiving's on this year. You go backwards. Are you tracking with me? Okay, so then I need a date right there. And let's talk about how to write dates. Okay, I have the date written. You can have a seat now, Luke. I have the date written nice and neat up here. You put the date, the month, the date, then you put a comma, then you put the year 2020, okay? Write your date just like I wrote my date. But it might not be the 16th. And if you need to go back and look at the calendar, you can. Yes. In just a minute. People are still working. Okay, is that how I said to write it? Is that how I said to write it? Then write it how I said to write it. Okay, I even pointed at the way I wrote it on the board. Last hour, somebody had to start thawing their bird today. November 16th, because their bird was like really, really big. It was like 30 pounds or something. Okay, who needs help on that? Finding the date, just going backwards, okay? Do you need to go back and look at the calendar, Hope?
Yeah.
Okay, go backwards however many days. And that'll tell you what day that you need to start thawing it on.
I just saw my phone the 23rd.
In the olden times, you raised turkeys in your backyard, so there was no thawing. You just went and chopped its neck off, I guess. I don't know. I've heard if you chop a chicken's neck off, it continues to just like run around the yard for a while. Have you heard that? Ugh.
Yeah, it does.
I prefer just to go to Walmart and buy my chickens, but somebody has to raise them. Somebody has to raise the turkeys. Have y'all ever gone to Walmart and looked at the turkeys in the big freezer section? Yeah, I think it's so cool. I love it. Okay, this is the last thing we're gonna do today. To cook a turkey. Okay, now you know how long it took to thaw it because you can't put it in the oven frozen, so it has to be thawed. So that's why we had to go backwards on the calendar. Now we gotta cook it. It takes about 15 minutes per pound in a 350-degree oven. How long will you need to cook your bird? Here's what you're gonna do. Up here where you have the total pounds, are you watching? You're gonna put the total pounds right at the first part of that box. The total pounds. So if my bird is 22 pounds, it said that I have to cook my bird for 15 minutes per pound. So now I'm gonna multiply that times 15. And I'm gonna get an answer in the total. Get an answer in the total, but you're not finished, okay? Actually, you might want to write your answer on scrap paper because when I said you're not finished, it'll make sense in a minute. You might want to write your answer on scrap paper. Don't put it in the total yet. Okay, did you do what I just said to do? Did you write it on scrap paper, Xander?
We're supposed to do the answer?
Okay, now here's why I didn't want you to write it on your paper here because what you just gave me is minutes. And I don't really want to know minutes. I want to know hours. So how do we know hours to minutes? Just say it. 60 minutes. So when you get an answer, put in your calculator 22 times 15 for me.
I got 330.
Okay, so look. I need to cook mine for 330 minutes. Just watch. Just watch. But I don't want minutes on my answer. I want hours. So what you wrote on your scrap paper, you need to divide by 60, and that will tell you how many hours, okay? And when you get the hours, you're gonna have to round again, and put your rounded number right here. I don't want a decimal in this box. I want a whole number because you have to round, okay? So I'm gonna tell you one more time. Hey, I haven't said go yet. Haven't said go. This is the pounds. Look at me, Xander. This is the pounds. 15 minutes per pound. That gets you the minutes, okay? Watch me. I don't want minutes. I want hours. So you're going to divide the minutes by 60. You're going to have to round your answer to a whole number, and that'll tell you how many hours. Are you tracking? Okay, go. And of course, I'll help you.
This is what I get.
Okay, I don't want to know. I want you to write it. The first number you get is going to be minutes. Divide minutes by 60, and that'll give you hours. Do you have a question? Why are you looking at me like that? The first number is minutes. Okay, I don't know why you did this. I don't need that. Okay. Yeah. So is that 5 have any power to do anything to that? So there's your answer. That wasn't difficult. Good. Okay, you haven't written what I told you to write there.
I got 320.
Time out. I told you to write the number of pounds in that box. Write your number of pounds right now. I told you to put times 15. I told you to multiply that out and put minutes on a scrap sheet of paper. Did you do that? Did you divide that by 60 and round it? Okay. But you didn't do the first step that I told you to do. Yeah, good, good. Okay, in this box right here, you should have your number of pounds times 15. Okay, Kiara, how long does it take to cook your bird? 5 hours. So that means if we eat lunch, your mother is gonna have to get up at like 7 in the morning to start cooking the turkey.
She don't do it.
She's not gonna do it?
It's me and my dad that cooks.
You and your daddy? Or I thought you might say your grandma. Who cooks the turkey at your house, Cooper?
Not really sure.
Not really sure. Have any of y'all ever fried a turkey? Put it like in the deep fryer thing? That's really fun and good. I like it that way, deep fried turkey. Hope cooks it. Who cooks at your house?
I usually cook it at my grandma's.
At grandma's, yeah. So look what all the planning grandma's having to do. She has to figure out what day to thaw it. She has to figure out how much it costs. She has to figure out when to start cooking it. Okay, so that's all we're gonna do today. And now here's what I want you to do. I want you to put this in your red folder. And if you don't have your turkey graph finished, your turkey graph is due tomorrow. So you need to get out your turkey graph and finish. If you are finished, then you need to read or work on work from another class.